going on, guys? I have a super exciting video for you today. I'm going to take you through the AI LinkedIn post generator tool that I've built for myself, that I'm using on a daily basis, that I'm also starting to now roll out to my clients that are also interested because there is heavy demand for this. So I'm essentially going to walk you through the exact tool that I'm using, how it works, and show you sort of the back end of how these things are generating the posts. If you didn't already know and why I'm so excited about this, LinkedIn is one of the most underrated platforms right now for all things lead generation and services for automation businesses and beyond. There are 9 billion monthly impressions spread across a billion different users on the platform every single month, and only 3 million users, that is 1%, less than 1% of people on LinkedIn are posting consistently. So if you can create content consistently and post high quality content consistently, I guarantee you that you will start to see a ton of leads coming through your channel, just like I have. LinkedIn is my #1 client acquisition channel right now. And this content system is the main reason why it is so. So I hope you enjoy this demo. If you'd like to chat about it more, happy to chat. Enjoy. All right. So in this video, I'm going to talk through the AI content copilot system that I've built. It's the exact system that I'm using to create content for my own agency. And it's actually something that I'm rolling out to folks right now. And the goal of the system is essentially to create as high quality of content on LinkedIn as possible in as little time as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through, give you a demo of exactly how this works. I'll walk you through the different components of the system, and then just show you exactly how I'm using this and show you the magic of how these posts are created in under a minute. So I'll start on the left here in each of these different tabs. So the first and main tab of this entire system is called My Content Engine. Within this My Content Engine tab, there are 3 subcomponents. The first one is called Content Board, and that's the board you're looking at right now. Essentially, this is a Kanban style, Trello style, if you guys are familiar with Trello, board that essentially is your entire content flow, starting from your ideas that you have, moving on to drafted ideas, posts that you want to edit, posts that are pretty much ready to go but just need a visual, to posts that are scheduled, and all the way to completed, right? So this is your end-to-end content flow right here in your content board. And I'll come back to this in a second. That's sort of the main engine. The second one here is a calendar view. So it's another way to look at your content, except on a calendar, right? So we have a scheduling capability within this system where you can actually see, based on the posts you have on your board, where do each of them fall within your content calendar. Again, this is my exact calendar that I use. So I have some posts pretty much planned out for the next 2 weeks or so. The last tab here is called Content Groups. And this is essentially just another way to look at your data and group your data, your content data. So this one is grouped by status on the left here. So this is your ideas. This is content process drafted, in the stage of drafted. And this is needs visual, right? So it's just a different way to look at your data, and it'll make more sense in a second. I'm going to skip over these 2 tabs because they're not fully there yet. And then the last tab here is called Content Dashboard. I'll touch on it very quickly. Essentially, it's just a way for you to get a bird's eye view of all of the different content pieces and ideas that you have within your content engine. So currently, I have 22 in progress posts, no posts that are scheduled, and 11 completed. And then what you can do here is actually broken out again by status and grouped here by status, just so you can get an overview of where you have things in your content funnel, if you will. So going back to My Content Engine, this is where I'm going to spend the bulk of the time on the demo today, because this is really the meat and potatoes of this system. So the way this system works is the philosophy behind this system is that the best content and the highest quality content produced on LinkedIn is produced with original thought and original ideas. Content that's produced and posts that are produced fully AI generally do not perform as well, and that's because they're not unique, right? And so this content system is built on that philosophy. And so this whole thing starts with your ideas, right? So what you want to do is you come in here and you say, add new content idea. What that does is it opens up this form where we have a whole bunch of different fields. The first one that you want to start with is called idea text, right? So this idea text is essentially that insight, that original insight that you have, or an idea that you have about a content idea. It could be a summary about a recent call that you just had with a client or a prospect, or a case study insight that you had as you're talking to folks. Really anything that you think is worth writing about on LinkedIn could be an idea. And that you drop into the idea text here. So this is just one. It could be way shorter than this as well. Reasons why content on LinkedIn is so insanely useful, turns cold leads into warm leads. Because of content, I can now message people who have visited my profile, liked, commented, followed me. These are all actions that people put into your sphere. And then I just have sort of a summary takeaway statement right here. Very basic. It does not even need to be as long as this. It could be as short as 2 sentences, right? It just needs something for the AI to go off of that's not completely generic AI. So what we're going to do here now is that's all you need to do is drop in the idea text. Sorry, I didn't hit save. You hit create here. Now that has dropped in a new idea into your ideas. The next step here to create your post is you simply just drag it into the create column. From here, it's now speaking to the AI in the backend, an AI agent in the backend that is writing the post in a highly converting LinkedIn format, fully done for you, right? So you created the idea, you dropped it into create, and now what it's going to do when it's done is it's going to drop it into this drafted column. I'm just going to delete these because this is from a prior demo. So it's going to, drop it into create, and it's going to, in less than a minute, pull it into the drafted. While that's going, I'm going to show you another way that you can actually create posts here in the content board. So in a very similar fashion to what we just did, I'm going to take it and drop in an original idea into idea text. Let's just say it's something different than that, actually. Let's just take a different one altogether. I'm just going to copy paste something else. I just got off the phone with a prospect who wants to generate leads for their business. They are a coaching business who helps people get jobs. I recommend they start posting regularly on LinkedIn, right? So any sort of insight. You see, this is 3 short sentences about something that I had, an insight that I had with a client, right? So whereas prior, we just took it and dropped it into the create column, the other way that you can create content in this system is actually to use a post template. So you can come down here, and this is loaded up with 50 to 70 different high-performing LinkedIn content post templates that essentially are loaded up with the best packaging for performing LinkedIn posts. So let's just say, based on this, I just got off the phone with a prospect. It sort of sounds like a strategy explanation, very actionable, and you can select different post templates here. So let's just say create. So if I click into this idea now what you can see is the structure is populated, right, with sort of variables. This is the strategy explanation post template, and this is an example post. So now what we're using that template. So now what we're going to do is take this same idea and pull it into create. So now what it's going to do is it's going to take your idea text and merge it essentially and fit it into that post template, the strategy explanation post template, right? So there's 2 separate ways that you can create posts. So now let's look at the first one while the other one goes. Let's look at the first one and see how this one looks. So first of all, what you're going to get when you drag it in is you're going to get 5 different hook variations for that LinkedIn post. The thing that I see people change most, and frankly, what I change most as well on these content systems, is I really want to change the hook. Maybe I like the post, but I want to change the hook. So this one gives you 5 different examples that you can use. So this was about turning cold leads into warm leads on LinkedIn, right? So the secret to turning cold leads into warm buyers on LinkedIn, how to fill your pipeline with eager leads on LinkedIn in 30 days. These are killing your sales. 4 must-haves to attract warm leads to LinkedIn content, right? So those are all the hooks. And then what this has done, you can see here, it's taken this idea text, reasons why content is so insanely useful, and it's completely created a LinkedIn post. All we got to do is add the spacing here. It's created 4 different it's created a full LinkedIn post, sort of listicle style, very advice forward, and it's inferred based on the information that you've given it and the idea that you've given it, exactly what you want the post to say, right? So 4 reasons why content on LinkedIn is a gold mine for turning cold leads into warm leads. And again, if we don't like that hook, we can say how to fill your pipeline. Maybe we like this one better. You just come here and you say, boom. So now it's this hook. It gives a sort of a relating statement at the front. 4 reasons why, again, showing your expertise, a very conversion focused type of post. Post engagement opens the door. Content builds real relationships. Inbound leads come to you. Content is the ultimate magnet for drawing people in. So very, from an expertise standpoint and very conversion focused. And then even has something like if you want to insert a video, which I highly recommend. Here's a quick video on how I use content to book 5+ sales calls per week on LinkedIn without cold outreach. So incredibly well-written post, again, all starting from this idea text that you had. One thing I want to show you as well here is there's also a place for edits. So let's say you don't like how this looks for whatever reason. Maybe you can say like, this might just be a little bit chunky. So why don't we say like, for the 4 reasons, can you shorten up the text a bit and keep it under 2 sentences for each reason? Keep everything else the same, right? So in natural language, you can describe the edits that you want. And then from here, we just take this post and we pull it to edit. So now what that's going to do is again ping the AI agent in the backend where it's going to make those edits for you. While that's making those edits, let's look at the one where we use the post templates, right? So again, it's giving us the 5 hooks, and then it's given us our post draft here. So this is fully from the post template, right? Strategy explanation. So this is just got off the phone with the prospect who wants to generate leads for their business. This is the idea text that we gave it. And this is the post draft, right? So again, perfectly packaged for LinkedIn. Want to generate more leads for your coaching business in 2023. Of course, this is where we need to change some things and make it 2024. Here's your LinkedIn content strategy: 3 educational, 2 storytelling, 1 promotional. Why this mix? Here's the breakdown. So it gives lists, showing your expertise, key insights after every single one, storytelling tip. It gives an example, talk about a client who landed their dream job after working with you, promotion tip, just written very, very well, high quality, already actually done with all the spacing. Literally all you would need to do is copy paste this into LinkedIn and add a visual, right? So what you can do here is just say, okay, now this is fully drafted. I would post it pretty much just as is, go to needs visual. And now it's taken this one and added it to the needs visual column that you can add in. This is the one where we added the edits, right? So how to fill your pipeline. So this is the original draft. These are the edits that we gave it here. And now here is the post edit, right? So took it exactly the same and it shortened up these 4 reasons you can see, right? So it's not as bulky as it was up here. It's sort of shortened things up. And you can continue to do this, right? Continue to add edits here. Good, but even shorter on the 4 reasons, right? And again, move it to edit and it'll do the same thing. So, and then as these are done, you move this to needs visual. And as this, the last piece I'll show you here is the scheduling capability. So let's say you're ready for this one, right? This is the post template one. It looks really good coming out. Let's just say we want this to be on Thursday of this week, right? So now we've assigned a post date. Now, if I come into content calendar, you can see here it is. Now our post is here on Thursday. It's green. It's a light green because it's already in the needs visual column. So it's almost ready. It just needs one more thing. And so by the time now, when you come up on Thursday, all you literally need to do is come in here, copy this as is, drop it into your LinkedIn, drop in the visual in the media section, and you're good. So again, what used to take hours is now taking me and the clients that are using this a matter of minutes to create all of these posts. And then again, you have this dashboard to sort of review things as you go to make sure that, the things that are scheduled are getting done and you're watching these completed go up. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this makes sense. Happy to chat.